Hello guys, it's Vandiril here again, and today it's time for a jungle Corki game. So the story of a game is basically we had 3 AD champions picked already, and I was picking like in a 4th or 5th place, so I decided to go for some AP, but I didn't want to pick Ziggs again, so I went for the Corki. The runes I'm using are AD marks, armor seals, AP and AP per level glyphs, and AP quintessences. So I'm gonna start on the red side. I got the help from my bot lane. And as you can see, I'm on the blue side, so I won't have trouble taking my blue buff later on. Okay, so I managed to take my red buff without many problems, followed by raptors. And I decided to go for my blue buff right after the wolves. So I didn't try to gank mid this time. I think it was pushed a little bit. So I just went for my other buff. As you can see, I just took my blue buff without many problems. Blue side is just much better. So here I'm trying to do the mid lane gank. I'm behind him. And basically we just CC'd him with my autos. I think the Z slowed him as well. The problem with Corki is that you don't have any form of CC. The only thing you can use as a CC is your red buff. So after the first bag I got my Ranger Trailblazer and the Amplifying Tome. So I'm aiming towards the Magus enchantment, like for APs. Here's a little fight happening, and I just came in a good time to save Kalista, and he just got a double kill. So it was really good for us. 2 for 1, but Kalista got 2 kills. So the elo in this game is there are some golds, platinum players, and diamond players in this game. The only one unranked was Kalista in our team. So I think the average elo of this game was like platinum. For now I have 3 assists, but as you will see later on, I just didn't do too well early game. Corki is a really strong mid-game champion. You need some items to be strong, and the thing about this game is that it was literally the first time I tried jungle Corki in the game, and first time I've tried AP Corki. So I didn't really know any special items I should buy, but having my knowledge about the game, I somehow dealt with it. So for now, as you can see, Rek'Sai is basically camping in my jungle. He flashed for me and just killed me. As many of you know, Rek'Sai is really strong now, and with like 1 or 2 damage items he can basically kill you from 100 to 0 in like 3 seconds. So here's the worst thing about him. So I wanted to take my blue buff because I just needed it, but for some reason Zed said that he needed it so badly, and almost the entire game I was giving him my blue buffs. And the blue buff will greatly help me with the mana and with some cooldown reduction. So basically Rek'Sai ganked again, I died, Thresh died, but Kalista got another 2 kills, so it was 2 for 2, not too bad. And I think they also killed the Gangplank, so in the end it was 3 for 2. Zed is pretty fat now, that was the main reason that I gave him the blue buffs. Later on I found out that giving him my blue buffs wasn't necessarily the best decision. So they're taking the dragon. I don't have my smite up. I just used it in the jungle, so I didn't steal it with my rockets, so they just took it. So you don't have to worry that much about the dragons early. Those dragons scale with the time, so the thing that you want to avoid is the enemies get so enemies don't get 5 dragons. If they have 1, 2, 3 or 4, it's still fine if you do well in other way. So here I died again, I'm 0-3, not doing so good. I think... okay, so... I died, meanwhile Zed also died. And the game isn't looking good for us. Okay, so... I got my Cirque shoes, my Magus enchantment already. Here I picked up Draven, my first kill in the game. Surely gonna help me a lot. And this game is pretty long, so I'll try to fast forward as much as I can so it doesn't last like half an hour. So here I got another kill on Rek'Sai, because he tried to invade me almost all the time. But fortunately this time we had vision, so we just kill him. I also wanted to thank one of the guys that told me in the comments to turn the Fog of War for our team, cause it's the way that I should play a replay. So thank you very much. I don't remember the name, but thank you. So here I gave Zed another blue buff. I kinda regretted this decision after this, but oh well. I wanted to be a good teammate. So Zed just went into the jungle 1 versus 3. He got 1, so and died. But Kalista, I think Kalista killed 1, and yeah, Kalista got 2. So and also I came in the right time and managed to kill Draven. Here I tried to escape, but Riven just flashed for me, and as you saw, she just decimated me in seconds. So the game is still much in their favor. They are some gold ahead. They also have a dragon, we don't. But at this point there is no reason to worry. We just have to wait for our power spikes. I'm close to the power spike. I noticed that on the AP Corki, the essential item is a Lich Bane. After you get your Lich Bane, the damage you will deal is just absurd. I had no idea that AP Corki can deal that much damage. So here I got another kill, and here you can see how much damage you can deal. Not necessarily because I missed, but I still got 2 kills. And I think I will be able to afford my Lich Bane very soon. So, for some reason Zed stood here and I think he's gonna die, and probably it's worth it. And I tried to kill Rek'Sai, but as you know, his 1v1 is pretty strong, and I Valkyried in because I thought I will be there in time before Zed dies. But he died earlier and I had no escape, so that was bad from me. Okay, so I think did they take? Yeah, they just took second dragon. But you don't have to worry that much about it now. As the game progresses, it becomes a bigger problem. But it's sometimes not worth risking your death or 2 deaths just for the dragon. Maybe 1 death would be okay to risk it, but if you are afraid that 2 or 3 of you may die, just give up. And if your team scales better than the other one, just wait, let it scale, don't worry. And as your team becomes stronger, you will be able to catch up and contest the fight, because when your team is more like for the late game than the other, there's no reason to. This time Rek'Sai actually misclicked his tunnel and came back. He didn't want to go with the tunnel, but he did, so he died, and I got another kill. I already have my Lich Bane, so going back to the team comp. When you have a late game team comp, just what you want to do is just farm, try to get your items, and after you get your items and you feel like you're stronger, then it's time to fight. Because if you have bad early game team comp, you're surely gonna lose this fight, and that's the point where any enemy team will snowball, and you may not be able to come back anymore, even if you have a good late game comp. So as you can see, I'm slowly getting fed. We are already ahead in gold. I think we were like 2k behind, but now we are like 2k ahead. They are just they are spreading, and we are picking them in different places. So their brand is not performing the best. I don't know the reason for it, but basically he's their only AP, so I'm not gonna get any magic resist, just my hourglass to get some extra armor and survivability in the fights. So as you can see, I just gave Zed another blue buff, hoping he can do something with it. Because as a jungle Corki, even if I didn't have my blue buff, as you can see, he just died and lost the blue buff, but fortunately I was able to get it back. As you probably see, I don't really have mana issues. You don't need any mana item on Corki, AP Corki and AD Corki as well, and you will be fine with mana. So it's a really good thing that you don't need to go for an AP item, and you also don't need a blue buff. So here I went kinda man mode, got the brand, but I died to Rek'Sai. I should have probably stayed back and tried to kill him with my range and don't Valkyrie in, but sometimes I just play too manly. So generally after you get your Lich Bane, if you are AP Corki, because I intended to do AD Corki guys, but this game turned out that I just played AP Corki. If you play AP Corki and you have your Lich Bane, just try to get as many procs as possible in fights. You will get your Lich Bane procs between your rockets, so Lich Bane greatly improves your jungle clearing and also the damage potential. Here you probably can see it. I just killed Gangplank and dealt a lot of damage to Riven. Tried to kite her a little bit and killed her like from 100 to 0 pretty fast. I was actually surprised that with that not many items I dealt that much damage. So I picked my Zonias and Blasting Wand, aiming for Rabbalance Death Cap, I think. So Draven just killed Kalista 1v1. I was kinda distracted, and at this time I was running around doing nothing. That's the thing you want to avoid, so you don't lose time like I did. So after getting my yellow trinket early, as same for Jungle Ziggs, I swapped it to red trinket later on to deny some vision from enemies. Here I got another kill on the brand, and yeah, I think we disengaged. So here I use my Zonias to avoid some damage from Draven, and I tried to poke them from behind the wall. Pretty safe place for me. After the next part I'll probably be able to cross this wall, because they are testing it in PB. So I got another 2 kills. Remember that I was 0-3 and now I'm 15-6. I'm surprised that I do a lot of damage. And the good thing is, when you're 1 AP carry and you have 4 or 3 AD carries in your team, is enemies most likely won't go for any magic resist, because You want to get armor for like 3 enemy AD, but why would you get magic resist just for me? So if you are 1 AP or 1 AD in the team, you probably can carry and do a lot of damage because the enemies won't customize their item for you. So the gold lead is pretty much the same for some minutes. 2k. And I think here's another fight that's going. Oops, I can just slow-mo. That killed Draven. And yeah, I think we will get some more kills here. Oh no. Revenge died. And yeah, I just... Brand came to the bush and I just killed him with my rocket plus auto attack. And I followed Gangplank, I think. Followed Gangplank, killed Gangplank with my rockets, and after this I also killed Rek'Sai. So I got another 3 kills, like on the blue buff earlier on. And we have 5k gold lead. We snowballed a little bit. I don't necessarily think that our team comp is better than theirs. They are pretty similar. Maybe they lack some engage potential, but with the Rek'Sai it's just pretty similar to our team comp with 1 AP carry for both teams. So here I think Riven dies for free. And I was afraid they're gonna do Baron, so I tried to stab them by just being around. Yeah, they tried to go for Baron. I tried to smite it, but I smited too early. And they got it, so here's the swing for them. They basically came back with this. So they killed us, they got the Baron, the gold lead is decreasing for us. They got the turret, and they just... I think... no, Riven survived, but... yeah, and in the meantime, Zed was split pushing, and I think he killed Brand 1v1. Yeah, that's what happened. So that late game sometimes isn't able to do much for certain team comps, for example when they have some QSS and Zonias, so the one thing that you may consider doing is split push for that. So I think they took another dragon. Oh, in the meantime we took one dragon. I think I missed it. So we have 1 dragon, they have 3. Not a big deal. The first dragon buff is the most important, and then the 5th one, obviously, doubling all the stats that you get. You don't have to worry about 4th one at all, because the 4th one is basically useless. So I think the game is close to the end, but I wanna say a few things about ganking. Is you don't really have a CC, so the only way you can gank is just apply your red buff. If you are in range, just go, don't use your Valkyrie in, and use your red buff to slow them. And then if you are not in range, then use Valkyrie to go in, but remember that it causes you not to have an escape later on. So that was still split pushing. He got the inhibitor, got the Rek'Sai. He was pretty strong at that point, but the game is still pretty close. We have 2 inhibs down. I think the Riven is gonna kill 1. Yeah, so the game is still pretty close. I'm trying to stay as far away from them as possible. Just doing my damage. So yeah, your rocket plus your lead bane procs are really strong. You can deal surprisingly high amounts of damage. So I think the game is almost done, as you can see the timer. Gangplank went too far away and he stopped for some reason, so we just picked him up and yeah, basically Trash went with a very nice hook. Driven, he tried to go in, but we weren't able to kill anyone. Alisa just burned his ultimate for whatever reason. And here they tried to engage, I think, on Kalista and on me. I'm trying to kite between every auto attacks. I got the Rek'Sai, I got the Riven, and I think I'm also gonna kill Raven, yeah. So the Brand ulti, but we survived. Always remember that when Brand ulti, you try to run away from your allies so that it doesn't bounce between you. And that's pretty much it. The game is slowly ending. So Corki may not have any CC, but mid game he has a really strong mid game power. After you get your Triforce or Lich Bane on AP with Corki, and I think you have a decent potential to carry the game. So as you can see, the replay failed, but fortunately after we ended recording. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then maybe like the post or like the video, or leave the comment down below and tell me what else I can change. I'll try to improve as much as I can at commentary, and thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Peace out.